It was supposed to be a stupid viral challenge. Press some buttons, ride a broken elevator, film it. But now one of us is missing. And I don't think we ever really came back. I first heard about the elevator game back in middle school. Know the one. Press a sequence of floors. Ride the elevator in a certain pattern. Don't speak. Don't look at the girl who might enter. If you do it right, they say you'll reach another world. I always thought it was just creepypasta. Reddit threads and horror YouTubers milking it for ad revenue. But then, last month, I found the app, not a game, an actual app, no name. Just a red icon with an elevator symbol and a glitching pixel eye dot. It showed up on my phone after. I downloaded a haunted house filter from a TikTok ad. I don't remember installing it. None of us do. But once it was there, it wouldn't go away. There were 5 of us. Me, Jordan, 19, film student, content addict. Always chasing views. Always chasing the next real horror series 4. Our YouTube, Becca, the skeptic. Sarcastic, sharp, lived in horror movies. She never scared easy. Thai tech guy. Quiet, nerdy, the one who said the app was probably a creepy ARG. Sasha, true believer. Crystals, tarot, spirit boxes. She wanted it to be real. Mason, loud, fearless, always the first to say, let's do it. We were halfway through, filming our digital rituals series. Bloody Mary, Randonautica, One Man Hide and Seek. All clickbait garbage. All fake. But when Mason found the elevator game app on his phone too, the same night as I did, things got real. Ty tried to delete the app. He couldn't. He rebooted his phone. Factory reset it. It reappeared every time. He connected to wi-v.becca, said it was just code, malware, or some rogue indie developer trying to scare Gen Z. She even joked, maybe it's a recruitment tool for hell. Press a few buttons, and get hired in damnation. Sasha, on the other hand, looked like she'd seen a ghost. She told us her cousin had played the elevator game. Back in 2013, he disappeared in Detroit. Elevator footage was the last trace of him. Sound familiar? We all thought of Eliza Lamb, the woman found in the Cecil Hotel's water tank. Her last footage showed her in the elevator, pressing buttons, acting strange. The door never closed. Suddenly. This didn't feel like a game. Anymore. We picked a condemned office tower on the edge of the city. 10 floors, still had power. Elevator still ran. Security was a joke. A rusted gate and a hole in the fence. We went at midnight. Mason brought cameras. I brought my DSLR and a shotgun mic. I mapped out the button sequence. Becca wore a GoPro. Sasha brought sage. We joked on the way in, trying to kill the nerves. If this works, we're getting 1 million views easy, Mason said. And if it doesn't, we get tetanus. Becca replied. We took the elevator up and down a few times. Everything seemed normal, but once we opened the app, the screen turned black. A faint ding played, like an old elevator chime. Then words appeared, line by line, in red glitchy font. Welcome to the ritual. Do not speak to her. Do not exit until floor 10. Do not look back if you hear your name. Proceed with the executing tie. Read the floor pattern aloud. We were supposed to go in this order. 4 gives, 2 gives, 6 gives, 2 gives, 10 gives, 5 gives 1. If done correctly, a woman would enter on floor 5. We were not to speak to her. If we stayed silent and rode to floor 10, the door would open to the other world. It sounded ridiculous, but I won't lie, I was shaking. We hit record, pressed the first button, and the doors closed. First stop, 4. Nothing happened. Then 2. Becca laughed nervously. Ooh, spooky. 6 lights flickered for a second. Sasha whispered something under her breath. I think it was a prayer. Too. Again, the elevator jolted hard, like we hit something. But the doors didn't open. 10, this was where it got weird. We were supposed to go to floor 5 next, but instead, the elevator stopped. Lights dimmed. Emergency lights turned red. And the doors opened on floor 5. I'll never forget what she looked like. The lights outside the elevator were flickering, barely working. And in that red emergency glow, we saw her step inside. She was barefoot, drenched, wearing what looked like a hospital gown. Long black hair dripping wet, trailing behind her. No expression. No blinking. Just walked in, turned around, and stood, facing the elevator doors. Not a word. Becca immediately looked down. Ty held his breath. Sasha started crying quietly. Mason, the idiot, raised the camera to her back. I mouthed, "Don't." The woman didn't move. But I swear I saw her reflection, faintly, in the metal elevator walls. Smiling, we pressed 10. The elevator started moving. Slowly. So slowly. Each ding made my skin crawl. When it hit 10, we all held our breath. The woman didn't move. Still faced the door. The doors opened. And what we saw wasn't the 10th floor. It was darkness. Not just dark void. A hallway stretching endlessly into black, lit by a pale red glow that had no source. The walls looked wrong, too smooth, almost like flesh. Wet. There were no windows. No sound. Ty whispered, "This isn't real." The woman stepped out, then turned and looked at us. Her eyes weren't eyes. They were holes. And then she smiled, really smiled this time, and said, "Welcome." Asterisk. We stepped out. No one wanted to, but somehow we had to. The floor beneath our feet felt rubbery, cold, like hospital tiles soaked in water. The air was too thick, heavy. It pressed on your chest like you were underwater. The hallway stretched forward. Red ceiling lights buzzed overhead. A low humming filled the air. There were doors on both sides, all shut, all identical. Smooth, metallic, with no handles. Mason turned to me and said, "Dude, you're filming this, right?" I was, but my hands were shaking. The elevator doors slammed shut behind us. We spun around. No button, no panel, no elevator. Just a blank metal wall. "This isn't a building," Ty said. "It's not a place," Sasha whispered. She was staring at the wall. No. Through it. We walked. There was only one direction to go. The hallway didn't end, just kept going. No turns, no windows. Just an endless corridor with flickering red lights and those humming metal doors. After a while, we passed a door that was slightly open. A faint noise drifted out. It was crying. Becca stopped. We shouldn't open it. Mason reached for it anyway. Could be a speaker. Maybe it's fake. The moment his fingers touched the door, the crying stopped. Dead silence. He pulled his hand back. We kept walking. That's when Ty said, "Where's Sasha?" We all turned. She was gone? Sasha? I shouted. No response. There were no side rooms. No turns. She hadn't screamed. 1 second she was behind us, and the next, just missing. We ran back, counted doors, knocked. Silence. Becca began to panic. She banged on the walls, kicked at the metal. Then, from somewhere down the hall, a voice called, "Jordan." My blood froze. It was Sasha's voice. "Jordan, I found the way out. Come." Alone. The others heard it too. But her voice came from all directions, like the walls were breathing her words. Ty screamed. Mason was already running back toward the direction we came, but we weren't walking on a floor anymore. We were walking on something alive. We found a room with the door cracked open. Inside, glowing red light. The only furniture was a metal chair and a camera on a tripod not on the far wall. Words written in something dark. Blood? Maybe do not look her in the icy. Turned around, and there she was. The woman from the elevator closer this time. Staring at Mason he stared back. Mason, don't. Becca screamed, but it was too late. His head snapped backward. His body crumpled. Neck bent the wrong way. She floated backward, eyes still locked on us, and vanished through the wall. We ran, only. 3 of us now me. Becca. We stopped running when we realized we weren't making progress. The hallway was looping. The red lights above us began to pulse in a slow rhythm, like a heartbeat. It's a trap, Ty said. A puzzle. Maybe a test. We tried opening doors. Most were locked. 1 WSN single quotes T. Inside. The room was entirely white. Empty, except for a mirror. No reflection. Until we blinked. Then it showed all 5 of us, standing together. Except Sasha's face was missing. Just a black smudge. Mason's reflection had no neck. It's showing what happened. Becca whispered. The mirror cracked. We left. We began hearing footsteps behind us. Slow. Wet. Ty said not to turn around, but Becca did. She screamed. I turned, just for a second, and saw a copy of Becca. Pale mouth. Open, eyes wide, face melting. Stretching toward her, I grabbed her and pulled her forward. Don't look back again, I said. From then on, we heard whispering every time we moved. Voices we knew. Ty heard his mom's voice. I heard mine. Come back. You left us. You opened the door. We reached another door that was wide open. Inside, a staircase. Going down. Out was down. We ran down. The walls started bleeding, not metaphorically. Bleeding, thick black ooze from cracks in the ceiling. The air smelled like rot. We stumbled into a room that looked like a hotel lobby, except everything was upside down. The furniture was on the ceiling. The desk was on the wall. And in the middle, standing upright. The elevator. But not the one we took. This one was taller, thinner, older. The buttons were carved with symbols we didn't recognize. Becca stepped. In first, 1 button is glowing. She said. It was a red circle. No numbers. We all stepped in. The doors closed. The woman was inside. She didn't speak. She just stood there. Her mouth moved like she was whispering, but there was no sound. Ty started crying. He pulled out the app. It was showing footage now. Security cam. From our world. The abandoned building. It showed us. Entering the elevator. Then showed us not leaving. The video glitched. Repeated. Time looped. TA?